All right. All right. Hello. We made it. Welcome back to Happy Hour with my good pal Jan from JAN AGATON. I always feel like I want to put a little spice on your name. Do you want to introduce yourself and tell the people where they can find you? Who the hell are you?
I'm JAN AGATON. No, but like literally everything is just JAN AGATON because I'm very creative. So Instagram, YouTube. Well, Twitter's Agaton_Jan, but who uses Twitter nowadays anyway? But hello, nice to meet y'all. That's me. I read stuff and talk about them, and I post daily on Instagram. And I'm doing Booktober, trying not to burn out. But yeah, that's me.
Amazing. I don't know if I'm the only one with an echo. I feel like I'm going crazy. I might have to turn my headphones off. Let me know if anyone else has an echo.
Yes, please let me know because I didn't bring my mic because I'm at Joey's.
Let me try this.
I was just about to ask you too if my audio is fine. We should have done a little mic check.
What do we think? How's the audio? No echo.
Okay, sweet. Am I still? Should I mute?
I'm tripping out. I still have an echo.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe it'll just go away. Maybe if I move a little. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the drama. We good? We good?
Huh. Am I the drama?
We're doing great.
Let's see. Okay. Okay. We're chilling.
It worked? Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. Let me know if there's other tea. Wow. I don't know what my problem is.
I'm not drinking anything, unfortunately. I'm drinking water.
Drinking water. I just poured myself a giant glass of red wine, which I probably don't need because I found the problem. The echo was me because I had the stream open in another window in another tab. Yes, so I'm the type of person, Wes is always on me. He's like, you have 5,000 tabs open. And I have 5,000 tabs open in like 3 or 4 separate windows at all times. So all of a sudden I'm like, wait, where is this audio coming from? Me.
You know what it is? You know what it is? It's that freelance shit.
Yes, truly. I have like a whole window with tabs for freelance. I have a whole window with tabs for YouTube, a whole window of like miscellaneous stuff, hyperfixations. It's a mess, but organized chaos.
I haven't drank wine in so long. Buy me a bottle. And I haven't drank coffee today. So like my headache is aching.
Who are you?
I tried because like I low-key like felt like a cold sore coming on, and then I was like, maybe I shouldn't drink coffee. And then it went away, and I was like, maybe I should get coffee during my lunch. And I was like, no, maybe I should just read. And I read like 10 pages. And I was like, wow, I should have gotten coffee.
It's essential, truly essential.
I'm upset.
Hello. I finally am arrived. I'm fully present, not dealing with my own echo drama. It turns out that I was the drama. Hello.
Hi, Krista.
Reading Destroy All Monsters, gay YA that uses magic and monsters to discuss mental health and essay. Really checks all the boxes, doesn't it?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Elizabeth. Honestly, actually, right now it's just my water bottle. But honestly, before this, I cleared 2 cans off my desk. So it's a blank slate. This is just the life that I lead.
That's always the question of the day for Noah. How many beverages?
It is the question of the day. Are you a beverage person or are you like a one and done? You lost a nail?
I lost a nail today. I'm really upset about it. It's my blood drip nails. But to be fair, I've had these for like almost 3 weeks now, so.
I was gonna say, I feel like you just posted those.
I think it was time.
But I guess time flies.
am a beverage person. Actually, for the last week, not for the last week, but like as in last week, I drank 90 ounces of water a day for like 4 or 5 days straight, like intentionally.
Oh,
So,
yeah, on purpose? Like,
like,
because you wanted to?
yeah, because I did that 75 hard challenge and I lasted like halfway through last year. Or no, not last year. Yeah, I don't know if it was last year. But no, it was 2 years ago. Holy shit. 2020 was 2 years ago. Um
Whoa.
and I know. And I had to drink a gallon of water a day. And like I'm tiny. I am 4'10" and a half. 4'10" and a halfers should not be drinking a gallon of water.
That is so much. I
Yeah.
don't think I could make myself do that. I just remember in high school and college, like the football guys carrying around their milk jug of water everywhere they went, and I could never. I could
Yeah.
never.
Yeah, it was too much. It like hurt to pee after a while. Like I would pee every hour and get up at like
No.
it was I was surprised I didn't piss the bed.
Right, that's how you know something's wrong. You're like, my essential functions are going awry. Maybe I should pause.
For real. I did that for 37 days.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So I was trying to get
Sparkling water, coconut water, and Malbec. I mean, great.
So that
You were
sounds like
trying to what?
that's a party. But yeah, I was trying to like see if I could drink more water intentionally, but not quite a gallon. So I like Googled what my like weight, like compared to my weight, how much I should drink, and they said 90 ounces. So.
Oh my gosh. Am I just that dehydrated? Like that feels like so much.
We're all dehydrated. I don't know. People say it's like half your body weight in ounces, and then like, but Google like I'm 100 like 4 pounds or something like that, and like 90 ounces is not half my body weight. You know.
Right.
I don't know.
What a mystery. What you been reading? Like what's going on? How are things? How's your week?
All I did was finish The Weight of Blood on Sunday, maybe Monday. And then I started my Stabathon vlog, and I am failing hardcore, but I'm trying to grab my book. I'm reading this. Oh, that's my to-do list. I'm reading Don't Go to Sleep by Bryce Moore, and it's kind of putting me in a slump, not gonna lie. Look at him, he's so cute.
Did you just say so cute?
Yeah, isn't he so cute?
Yes, this is the Jan energy I was expecting.
I'm wearing my serial killer documentaries and chill.
Love it. I love it.
Have my serial killer bookmark. Have you watched Dahmer yet? Or are you going to watch Dahmer?
I don't think I'm gonna watch it. I think Wes is gonna watch it. I am such a big baby when it comes to things like that. I don't know. I'm gonna have him test the waters and see if he thinks I could handle it. But he watches a lot more TV than I do anyways. So he's kind of my filter of TV that he thinks I should watch. But I've heard it's amazing. I don't know if it's gonna be for me.
It's very well produced, and it is very gory and graphic and messed up and animal abuse. So not abuse, but like there's a lot of animal gore.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do that, but we'll see. I'm not opposed to seeing, because I do have FOMO. But I don't know. I know myself. That is a hard thing to get me to embrace, I guess. But I'm trying to be wooed by spooky season. Like I'm not really a thriller horror person or true crime person, but I want to know part FOMO and part spooky season. Like I want to be part of the vibes. So we'll see. We will see.
It's also hard in California though, because of your weather.
Yeah, today, actually currently outside, not even 6 o'clock, it's still 92 degrees outside. So
I could never. I remember when my biggest dream from when I was like 8 years old to like maybe 17, 18 I wanted to live in California. That was my biggest dream. And then weather, I like grew my obsession for fall and like saw the gas prices, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna stay here.
Yes, that was the thing. So when I lived in Missouri for college, it was like, wow, you guys have like seasons are real. There are 4 seasons, and in California we have like summer and like windy summer and cold summer. That's it. Those are the seasons, and like dark summer, I guess, when it gets darker sooner. But that's it. That's it.
Hey,
And mostly I love it, but sometimes I miss like the actual changing seasons.
I would miss it all the time. I mean, my dad lives in California, so I used to go there like once or twice a year. And a couple times I've been there when it was like 30 degrees, like at night. Like
Yeah. Sometimes, if we're lucky. It's also like a gigantic place. Like it just depends on where you are in the state. But the winter and fall is nice because it does actually cool off like during the night. But for the most part, it's just always hot.
I hate that.
We're living. I know.
What are you reading?
What am I reading? I just finished a bunch of books for a vlog that I wrapped right before Christina and Mo got here. Like they got here Friday night, and I finished like 3 books on Friday, thinking like I want to have a fresh, clean slate. And then I haven't started anything since. What have I read in the last 3 days?
Are they still there?
No, they left like Sunday night. It was like a 48-hour situation. I did start reading House of the Spirits for my translated book club, which was our September book, but I'm a procrastinator, so I just started it this week. And one of the co-hosts DNF'd it. One of the other co-hosts has yet to start it, so we're all in the same boat.
Oh gosh, the House of the Spirits. Have I heard of that?
It's like it's translated from Spanish, and it was originally published in like the 80s and kind of put Isabel Allende on the map as like a emerging writer. Oh, okay. But I don't know, it's kind of like a family drama / like really standout magical realism, like Latin work of fiction, which is really cool because that's like they created the genre, you know? So it's awesome to see like magical realism from the source. Like no one else could do it like that. But I don't know how I feel about the book itself. But the vibes are fun.
Okay. Yeah, this is set in New Orleans, and it focuses on this axe murderer who like targeted Italian families who own grocery stores. And
whoa.
Yeah, and it's like during 1910-ish, so like during the influenza epidemic and everything. This is the one I posted about where the author was like talking about his anti-mask views.
Oh, I saw your story. Yeah. Yeah.
I really liked his other book, The Perfect Place to Die, even though it was set in Chicago. It was about the Chicago World Fair serial killer. But yeah, I don't know. I'm already halfway through and I'm still not into it. But I'm not DNFing because I suck at DNFing.
Just do it. It's liberating. You'll feel so much better.
I know, I'm sure I would. But it's like there's barely any words on the page. Like I should have been done with this in a day. I don't know. This is the only book I brought tonight, so this is what I have to read.
That's the one option, I guess.
Yeah. I should just DNF because it's a library book, so I don't know what
you should. Just do it.
We'll see. Because the other one was also boring until like the second half, so I'm giving it a chance. This is my problem. I'm too scared.
You're justifying.
I know. I found out it was Ryan.
This means nothing to me. I couldn't tell you.
I thought it was Evan Peters. Evan something. Peters? That sounds
I'm not the person to ask. I could not tell you.
Oh, Ryan Murphy, is that the creator then? I'm confused.
Oh, South Texas. Yeah, I'm sure it's also you have the humidity there too. That I do not have to deal with humidity.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Hello. 10 months of summer. Exactly.
But don't actually have to be consecutive. Literally, we have all the seasons in one day, so.
Mm-hmm. We should have seasons. Should be in the 60s. Hate global warming. Yes. Exactly. Like even the Pacific Northwest is now just like hot through October. Sucks.
That's annoying. No, The Perfect Place to Die by Bryce Moore is what I'm talking about.
Interesting. I don't know why I thought it was a different guy also.
I don't know. I'm bad with creators. All I know is if it's a Jordan Peele movie, I'm in. But everything else, I'm like, who's that? Cammy always mentions fucking like directors and shit, and I'm like,
West is too. He's like such a film, TV guy, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I trust your opinions, but I don't know. I'm not the person. I would love to talk about the JAN Agaton, especially the go-to aesthetic, your Instagram legacy, your brand new Patreon. Oh yes, no, we're not underplaying this, ma'am. How long have you been daily posting?
2014. I started in 2012 on Facebook, and then Facebook kind of died, and then I switched over to Instagram. Joey's making me nervous right now, so if I stutter uncontrollably, that's why, because it's literally right. So
hi, Joey.
Oh.
But my Patreon, yeah, I launched it on September 13th because 13 is my favorite number. Mm-hmm. And I hit 4K, I think, on the 12th or something like that. No, on the 11th. No, that's when Candy died. The 10th, something like that. And then, yeah, it was a rough week, but then.
That was a rough week.
Yeah.
Highs and lows, for sure.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. But all in all good vibes. Patreon's cool. Helped me pay for a parking ticket. So there's that.
That's something.
No, it's super fun on the Discord and everything. And like, it's vampire themed. It's called The Lair. And there are 3 tiers. There's Bat, Dracula, and Carmilla. And you get, for the top tier, you get like Joey content.
Woo!
you get like more lifestyle based content, like eventually like routines and things like that. All those, white girl things.
Embrace it.
Exactly. And then like in the Dracula tier, or where like the niche videos are, so like journaling and playlist, and my 24-hour readathon vlogs are on there because there's a monthly one for that, for the Patreon. Rocky is knocking on the door, so that is the scratching we're hearing. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a fun time. I had to figure out Discord. It took forever. Mm-hmm. Discord's a bitch.
Discord is a bitch. There's so many like little, it like tries to be really intuitive, but there's all these like shortcuts and secret things, and you're just supposed to know intuitively how to use all of it.
There's more than the freaking spoiler blackout thing. There's more.
There's like so much. I don't even know all of it. Like it was created for gamers, so gamers are used to like just having everything at their fingertips as far as like the shortcuts and all of that. I am the most basic user of Discord, but I know it has so much potential. That's what stresses me out. It's like, am I using this to its maximum potential? And are there cool features that would help me that I should know about?
Right. Exactly. I need like a 101. But also I'm a big like hands-on, figure it out as I go type of gal.
Yes, I need to be better about that. I am like, I get this from my mom, where it's like before Like my mom wanted to teach her yoga before she went to a yoga class because she's like, I don't want to go to yoga and not know how to do yoga. But like that's how you get good at yoga, is by going to yoga classes. And I
Yeah.
have the exact same fear of like I need to be good at things before I try those things, which just leads to like not doing those things. It's just kind of a vicious cycle, but we're working on it. At least we have the self-awareness, kind of.
That's step one. That is step
Mm-hmm.
one. Yeah. Yeah, with like guitar lessons, I was like, I'm never going to get like professional lessons. So I taught myself. I practiced like 4 hours a day in like 8th grade. And I would just do it off of YouTube and Ultimate Guitar. And yeah, that was the move for sure. I would never like, I can't imagine like being in front of someone and being like, hey, put your finger here and this one there. And like, you know, I can't.
Oh, yeah. I took piano lessons for 14 years. Yeah, sucked every single time. And it's like, I'm okay. You'd think I'd be really good at piano after 14 years of lessons. I'm like very fine. I'm very mediocre. And I didn't even really learn like real theory. Most of it was just like, here's some sheet music, go ahead and practice it or memorize it and come back and show it off that you prove that you learned the music. So I'm really good still. If you give me some sheet music on the piano, I can learn it and play it. But if there's like a piano at like a hotel lobby or whatever, I can't just sit down and play. It like I just freeze. I'm like, no, I need sheet music.
That sounds expensive. 14 years of lessons. Holy shit.
Yeah. Yes.
And
then I just went straight into marching band. That was the pipeline.
Well, I tried piano lessons when I was like 10 or something like that. I don't know. That's like my excuse you. That's like my go-to age. When I was like 10, you know, I could have been like 16 and I would have been when I was like 10. Anyway, I went to piano lessons and I couldn't play hot cross buns to save my fucking life. And then the piano instructor whispered to my mom loudly, and she was like, you can bring her back when she's ready. Because I started crying because she was mean. Because I couldn't play hot cross buns. So
it's a very specific personality that decides to teach piano, I have to say. I had a few different teachers and it was all the same personality in different people.
That was the end of my piano endeavors. I played, but can we not creak the bed?
It's ambiance.
Jesus. I took violin lessons. I played violin for 9 years. Hated that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you ever, was it just like Jan solo violin time? No. Or did you ever play with strings or orchestra?
Yep. I was in orchestra all throughout middle school and high school. It was awful. I stopped after high school though. So I was playing from 4th grade to senior year.
Wow.
And I started hating it at like sophomore year. I started hating it. And then my mom was like, you have 2 years left. Just finish it off.
Just do it. Yeah.
We had to wear like, in middle school, we had to wear like cummerbunds and like bow ties. And it was like bright royal blue. And then in high school, we had to get khakis and this like polo with our little high school logo. And then either that or like the bigger shows, it was like this long ass black dress that was low-key kind of cute, but I had to like get it tailored and stuff. And it was, I don't know why I'm talking about my trauma.
This is kind of what we do, honestly. This is just kind of what happens. We are just unloading.
Yeah, I was like, no. Joey was like, what are you guys going to talk about? I was like, I don't know. Noelle didn't give me an agenda.
There is no agenda. It's just vibes, Joey. Just vibes.
Yeah, that's your brand. I told Noelle, petition for Noelle to start a Patreon, and y'all are gonna be called her little froggies, and it's gonna be Shrek. Froggies. It's gonna be Shrek. Your tiers are gonna be Shrek, Fiona, and Donkey.
Oh my god. I'm just gonna hire Jan as my marketing manager.
Exactly.
You just do it for me. We were talking about that too when Christine and Mo were just here. We were talking about Patreon and stuff, and it's just fun to kind of like talk about, oh, what if this happens, like haha hee hee, this is your brand, this is oh so you, and then it becomes like a reality, and it's like, oh, what is my brand? Like a few weeks ago on my birthday, when where did I say this? On my Instagram story, all of the people that wished me happy birthday like unanimously had a Shrek reference, and I was dying. Like, I did not realize that Shrek was that embedded into the brand, but I'm not mad about it. I'm just surprised, and we're gonna embrace it. But that's what I mean. It's like sometimes you don't really get to choose what the brand is. The brand chooses you.
That is so true. I wish Patreon was like MySpace, where you can like have a profile song. So yours would totally be Funky Town.
Oh, that would be iconic. That would be. I should just call my Patreon Funky Town. Like, welcome to Funky Town.
Oh my god. There we go.
We just brain blasted.
What did I say? It's like, oh, I said welcome to Happily Ever After, and you're like, I hate it.
Or far. I hate it, but I love it. Far, far away. Is that what the town is called?
Oh yeah.
Not me asking like I don't know. I know full well that it's called Far, Far Away. Let me play it cool. I'm only a casual fan. I know for a fact.
When you're a full-blown resident of Far, Far Away, and you're
better than Duloc. Let's be real. Not. I need to cool it with the multi-layered Shrek references. This is how I got into this mess.
And then your cowboy hat.
Oh yes, yeehaw and Far, Far Away. What is, like, do you feel like there are parts of your personal brand, I guess, that have just kind of happened, or do you feel like you very much curated your brand?
Jesus, I feel like
Sorry, I'm dying.
God, this is not the way it was supposed to go. He has chronic bronchitis. Give him a break.
Yeah.
I think I mostly curated it. Like, I didn't have my vampire obsession until A Dowry of Blood, so last year. And when I was I've been planning my Patreon for like since I was consistent on BookTube again, so like a year. And I originally was like, okay, maybe I'll just like link it with my book club, do like moon type stuff. And I'm really glad I didn't, because that's what Jody's is. So
oh, right. Yeah.
That would be awkward. But yeah, so I'm glad I waited and it eventually found itself. And bats, I didn't think that would happen. I just got my bat tattoo, and then all of a sudden it was a thing. And then vampires and bats, they all just kind of collided. What else? I don't even know. Like A Dowry of it's just all the things I don't shut the fuck up about it. Like A Dowry of Blood, Addie LaRue, and then people just call it your brand, you know?
Oh yes. Oh, I know.
Yeah. Exactly. And like Black and Gold. What else? I don't even know. Not DNF.
Anatomical Hearts. I always think of you.
Oh yeah, Anatomical Hearts.
Or like a skeleton hand. That's like very specific.
Just the hand.
I guess. I mean, probably like the skeleton vibes is you anyway. But for some reason, like a skeleton hand is like that. Jan. Can't explain it.
People send me like a lot of snake stuff too.
Yes.
And lately I've been getting a lot of DMs for Nightmare Before Christmas because I expressed my obsession about Long Live the Pumpkin Queen.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. I do want to read that.
It's so wholesome. It's so good. So that's like your type of spooky then? It's like Nightmare Before
Christmas. Like I like the atmosphere. I just don't like to be scared. So I like the fall autumnal setting, but not so much like the scary horror kind of stuff.
Fair. Yeah, I mean, I just started getting into like horror stuff with Joey. But like I've always liked the aesthetic, but I never like saw the classic horror shit. And now I'm like, we've been watching so many and I live alone. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna get murdered. Like,
Yeah, I don't like when I end like a movie or a book and then I have nightmares about it. Like that is not appealing to me. So whenever that happens, I'm like, ooh, I should stay away from similar content in the future. I like to have good, happy dreams and not wake up in a bad mood or feeling
yeah,
frightened.
my dreams are so vivid and like the most vivid ones are the ones when I dream about rats, because y'all know that's my
Oh,
biggest phobia. I had one the other day and I still remember it. Usually I don't remember dreams unless they like really fuck me up. Um, but this one, it was me and my stepdad and I were in my room, and he like had like all these random animals. Like he had like two bunnies, two rats, a cat, and some other stuff. I don't know what he was doing. Like it
in
was
the dream?
in my dream. Yeah.
Okay.
He doesn't have this just running
I was
around.
gonna say, what's happening?
I would never go to Mama Agaton's house if there were just rats chilling, okay?
Gotcha.
But he was like doing some weird shit, and I was just like, you know, I'm scared of rats. What are you doing? They're gonna escape. Keep them contained. Like he had them just like in a plastic bin, and I was like, what are you doing? You're in my bedroom, and I'm scared of rats. And he was like, it'll be fine. And lo and behold, they all fucking run away, and they
Oh,
go like they like scurry under the door and stuff in a little freaking crevice. And I'm like, oh my God, you get the rats, obviously. I'll get the fucking rabbits, and we're gonna freaking listen to me this time. And so I'm out here like dealing with all these critters, and yeah.
these critters. Do you not like rabbits either?
Those were fine. I was fine touching the rabbits and everything, but like the rats were like I put the rabbits under the cover, one of the rabbits under the covers while while I went to chase after the other one. And then he took the rats and put them with the rabbit under the covers.
Oh
And I was
no.
like, they're going to run away. What are you doing? And yeah, that happened. And as soon as like one of the rats was about to touch my foot, I woke up and I was pissed the entire morning.
Oh my god. I so I don't have the fear of rats. Actually, we had pet rats growing up.
Absolutely.
Um and okay, but I get the phobia because I have a stupid phobia of lizards.
Oh, yeah. We talked about this.
Like even and at one point when I was a kid, my brother had a pet gecko and I was terrified of that stupid gecko. Her name was Princess Leia. Objectively, she was a cute gecko, but subjectively, irrationally, I was so scared of that stupid gecko.
They're
And I
creepy.
can trace my fear of lizards to this recurring nightmare I had as a kid that was like a giant lizard, like a blue belly lizard. They're like so harmless. They just like skitter around on the country. Um, a giant sized blue belly lizard was like the king of my mom's walk-in closet, and I would just get stuck in my mom's closet with this giant lizard. And I probably had this dream when I was like, I don't know, like 7 or 8, like just a wee child. And that has just ingrained itself into my memory. And to this day, I just cannot, I like properly wig out with like lizards, geckos, I can't. So rats don't bother me, but I feel you.
I mean, lizards I've seen like when I was like hiking in California and shit. But they're creepy too because they're so fast.
That it's the way they move. I
It's the
can't.
way they move. They like slither and shit. And like that's the same thing with rats and mice. They scurry and then their
Yeah,
tails follow them and you just see the fucking end of the tail later than the rest of them. And it's so disgusting.
yeah, freaky, freaky, freaky.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Hello, welcome to the irrational fear conversation.
Hello.
My animal phobia is dogs. If it barks for me, if it's barking on TV, nope.
Did you get bitten by one when you were young?
I am confused. I mean, I am such a dog person, but I mean, I'm not going to tell you that you can't be have an animal phobia because I have an irrational animal phobia. So you know.
No.
I have a friend that is irrationally afraid of butterflies. For like a similar reason, because of the way they move. It just like freaks her out that they're like unpredictable, and I don't know. So I get it, but to me it seems silly. But then I'm like, you're the one that's afraid of like house geckos and tiny lizards. You know, it's just dumb.
No, that's fair because they're a fucking reptile.
Right.
But it is the way they move, though.
Freaking reptiles. The stupid thing is that like I love to be outside and like in my garden. This year I didn't do it, but usually I do like a big old garden, and it will ruin my entire gardening session. I'm out like living my cottagecore life in my cowboy hat and my gloves, just like weeding the garden, and a little lizard minding its business will just like skitter across the dirt. Instantly I'm terrified. I'm in a bad mood. I'm going inside. I can't do it.
I would too. It's just scary. And they camouflage so fucking well.
I know. They just come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I can't deal with it.
Yeah. Yeah, they're creepy. I will say. But I would take a lizard over a rat any day. For sure.
Like I know there are places that have like actual like little geckos that crawl on windows or will just end up in your house. I would never know a single moment of peace if I knew I could just expect geckos in my house. No way. No way. I would just rather like live in my car or something. I could not do
literally same. My mom, what triggered it, like what was the source was when my mom had a freaking mouse infestation at her house. And I vividly remember many moments, but well, there was one time when I hopped on the kitchen counter and like sat there curled up in a ball, crying, screaming. And then there was another time I saw one run behind the TV, and I sat on the couch curled up in a ball crying for like an hour, literally an hour. And then there was the most disgusting one was when my family and I were playing Wii, like Nintendo Wii. And I changed into I wanted to change into shorts because it got intense, you know? So I was like, all right, it's almost my turn. Like, gotta just like strip and go, you know? So I'm like changing in the dark, and I hear a rustling in my fucking Hello Kitty garbage can. And I look over, and then it's like, it's dark. So I just see a silhouette jump out, and it touched my fucking foot. And oh my God, that was the root of my trauma.
That was the root of the trauma.
Yeah. And like we would have those sticky pads everywhere, and like my cousin and I shared a room at the time. And we went to go get ready for school, like take a shower and everything. We both went back into the bedroom, and there were 2 fucking wriggling mice on that sticky pad. It was so gross. You could hear their high ass squeaking and their fucking tails.
The sticky pads are so inhumane. Like I can't.
Oh, I don't give a shit.
I mean, just get mouse traps, you know, like the sticky mouse traps. They're stuck there squeaking forever.
Ew.
Just get a mouse trap. But yeah, no, I mean, mice are gross. That's a thing. We have mice. I live in the country. Like there's mice. Rats though, maybe just because I had a pet rats growing up, but they're smart. You could teach them tricks. No. They're really clean. No, they clean each other like monkeys.
Ew, absolutely not. If I saw a rat cleaning themselves.
Mice don't do that. Mice just sit in their filth. Ew. Rats have some intelligence, for better or for worse, you know?
Yeah, but their tails are so much bigger. They're like a whole nother animal.
There are tailless rats.
Ew, that's just a fucking guinea pig. At that point, what do you mean a tailless rat?
Wait, okay. How are you okay with rabbits but not guinea pigs?
I'm okay with guinea pigs. It's the tails. I'm telling you, it's the tails for me.
I would love to see you with a tailless rat to see what happens for science.
That's different. It's the tails and like the snouts and the whiskers and their pointy ass and their nasty ass paws and like, oh God, I cannot. At least like hamsters and guinea pigs, they're like contained, you know, they're like little loaves.
Yeah, little loaves, exactly.
Yeah, but rats are just like, see it all, you know, I'm disgusting.
Oh my gosh. Oh, we had a guinea pig growing up. His name was Kirby, like the video games.
Yeah.
Little pink blob. Kirby the guinea pig. He was so cute.
I loved Kirby when I was a kid. I used to play it on my SP.
Oh my gosh, we had this game on GameCube, is how old I am. We had Kirby Air Ride, and it's like probably not even the most iconic Kirby game, but that's always the one that I think of.
How old are you? You're like, aren't you 25?
I'm not actually that old. I am 27 now, but
Oh, okay.
we didn't have video games growing up, and then our neighbor gave us her Super Nintendo because I think she was upgrading to like probably a GameCube or something. So we were like one or two consoles behind because my parents were like reluctantly like, okay, we'll get you whatever. And then everything changed when my brother got into his Guitar Hero era, because then we got the Wii and the fucking drum set for Guitar Hero. I remember specifically, I think it was my grandfather came over, and it was like this big thing that my brother got, like the drum set for Guitar Hero, and he's like, "What is it, made of gold? Why is it so, why was this so expensive?" And my parents were like, "Dude, he wanted the electric drum set, whatever."
I loved Rock Band and Guitar Hero. That was my shit. Like right after school, that I treated it like my fucking job.
Yeah, that's Wes still has the skills. That's like his party trick, is that he can just like pick up Guitar Hero and slay any challenger, which is a pretty cool party trick. Hello, need a photo of middle school violin. Exactly. Yes.
Oh God. Maybe
with the iconic bow tie and everything.
I have some on Facebook, but you know what? That'll be Patreon content only.
Yes, now we're talking. Exactly. Monetize your childhood shame.
Right, for real. Might as well exploit myself.
Attacked by dogs as a kid. See, that would make sense though. Like the fear's gotta come from something. It's hard to overcome.
You hate every dog but corgis. That's like me with flowers and sunflowers. I hate every flower besides sunflowers.
There's gotta be an exception to the rule.
Yeah, right.
Animal fear is bees. I feel like bees that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, are they allergic? That would make sense.
Yeah.
I'm terrified of birds. I was attacked by a crow at school as a kid, and now if one is near me, I have a panic attack.
I got shat on.
Oh yeah, I've been pooped on by birds. That's the thing.
But I had
I love crows. I love birds, but they can be freaky.
You do love birds.
That's my crow.
I don't like pigeons. The way they move too, I can't do it. Geese are fucking weird.
Geese really have the audacity. Geese
are so silly.
Geese just think they own the world. They are silly.
When you said feeding your tummy is not, what is it? Is not needy, you silly goose. I thought of this. I wanted to wait to tell you this about this tweet that I saw. It said, "Oh yeah, you're so silly. Then name every goose."
Name every. Wait, that is. I love it. That is me in a tweet.
I laughed at that for freaking days.
Name every goose.
But also, speaking of Twitter, right before I got here, I saw a tweet that said, "Velma, just Google Velma right now." So I Googled Velma.
Okay.
That was so like. Did it do it?
What am I looking at? I mean, I got the confetti.
Yeah, she's gay.
Oh, I was like, is it her birthday?
Yeah, I didn't get it either. And I had to like scroll a little. Yeah, I don't know.
Now that I'm on the page for more than 1 second, there's all these pride flags and confetti.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, I love it.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Wow. Good for Velma. What a queen. Hello.
Hi.
Hello. I am wary of crows. I felt like the crows in Japan were huge beasts ready to eat me.
Oh,
my best friend's parrot attacked me and I was wary, but we've had parakeets for months and it's chill. Honestly, crows are just like parrots without the
colors.
I don't know, the street cred, I guess. Like there's a lot of research that shows that they can mimic voices just as well as parrots. They live a similar length of time. They have like a similar intelligence. Like if you can teach them things. They're super loyal. I could talk about crows all day, but they're
so
very strange birds.
So would you say that's part of your brand?
I mean, I do have one literally tattooed on me. It's probably my brand. Yeah. But also I've seen birds in general. Like right now there's only 2 birds on me, but there will eventually be many, many birds on my body. So
that's so interesting. Is this a newfound interest?
The whole backyard bird watching thing is newish, like this year, maybe this year. But birds of prey, like larger birds and raptors, I've been fascinated by for a long time. I just think they're so cool. Like they freaking fly, and they're like, that little tiny thing, that's my breakfast. And they just scoop it up. It's so cool. And they have this like level of intelligence. They just do their own thing. I love birds of prey. And this year, I've always kind of been like, yeah, whatever, tiny birds, who cares?
Okay, so
out of nowhere, now I also give a shit about tiny birds. So really sneaks up on you.
I was at a stoplight.
I knew he was gonna tell this goddamn story.
I don't know the story.
Tell me.
We're at a stoplight and you saw vultures, turkey vultures.
No.
Eating roadkill.
No. See, I don't even know. I was at a stoplight one time, and I'm just kind of sitting there. It was like 7 in the morning.
It's 7 in the morning.
And all of a sudden, I see this fucking hawk come down and just grab this squirrel. I was like, that really just happened right in front of me.
That's cool.
That's some nature, baby.
Yeah, I was like, that was.
They're crazy.
So, like, are ravens just as smart as parrots then too?
Yeah, they're crows and ravens and like blue jays and magpies is all in the same bird family. It's called the corvid family, which is kind of funny. But it's all like similar intelligence. Like ravens, if you're ever around and you're like, that's the biggest goddamn crow I've ever seen in my life, it's probably a raven. They're just like giant, and they sound like crows have the like caw, caw, caw sound. Ravens kind of sound like frogs. It's like almost more of a croak. That's how I would tell them apart. But ravens are kind of like diabolical. Like ravens will intentionally mess with you. Crows are like, I'm chill unless you come after me first. Ravens are like, I'm so bored and way too smart for my own good. Almost like cats. They're like, I am on the hunt just for mischief is the vibe of ravens.
Ravens are the ones that attacked the girl in Divergent, right?
I think you're right.
When she had that
ravens or crows, I don't remember which.
It had to be ravens. They were fucking huge.
Oh, then probably, yeah. I mean, yeah, if we're going off of like realistic birds, probably ravens.
Yeah.
Man, I haven't read those in so long.
I just remember the scene in the movie. They were fucking huge.
I'm not sure what the question was, but cockroaches? Yeah, no, this fits the vibe. Don't love cockroaches either.
Yeah, no. The ones in the Philippines are disgusting. They're like,
oh yeah, no,
like shelled and shit. They're everywhere. I don't like the way they move either. They fucking scuttle.
Roaches? I know. Magic guinea pigs.
Oh my god.
I love their little squeaks.
My friend had a guinea pig. No, my friend's friend had a guinea pig that died, and she had no idea it died. And they just kept filling the fucking bowl for like 2 weeks. And they didn't notice that the thing was dead. Like it was just chilling.
That is a horror story. Oh my gosh. How do you not notice?
So I'm saying, how do you keep filling the bowl when it's not decreasing?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Oh my gosh. It's the tail.
Exactly. They're disgusting. They're a whole
Geese are not like rats at all. Geese are terrifying. There was a gander.
A gander?
Territorial geese near where I used to nanny. Yeah, geese really are freaky. They have no fear.
They're like as tall as me.
Yeah, weirdly large. I always get geese and ducks mixed up, which is obviously geese and ducks are so different. But whenever I see people like there's like ducks on TikTok and stuff that people just like have like pets. They'll just have ducks wandering around. And my instinct is like, watch out. And then I realize, oh, it's just a fucking duck.
It's just a fucking duck.
Just a duck.
Hey,
How's it
Roger.
going? Dark places. Nice.
Yes, please finish it so you never talk about it again. Literally every time he's on my sprints, he's reading a different Gillian Flynn book, and it drives me nuts. I'm just kidding. You read what you read, Roger. I'm just kidding.
I like squirrels a lot. Squirrels are silly.
Squirrels
I like
are
their
fun
bushy
to
tails.
they're fun to just observe. Chipmunks are disgusting.
Chipmunks, that makes sense to me. Chipmunks have a similar vibe to rats, I feel.
Yeah, they're too fast.
Squirrels are like squirrels feel so wholesome to me. Like I think it's the tails. Like what is the evolutionary purpose of just like a giant poofy tail? I don't get it. It reminds me of like what are those dogs that have like the super big puffy tails?
Chow chow?
Yeah, it has to be. Almost like a curly pigtail but super fluffy.
Yeah.
Like what is the reason? Like why does a wild animal like a squirrel? I'm sure there is a reason. I just don't know it. And so it makes me think like, oh, look at that dumb squirrel.
I love when they're just strolling, when they're like walking. Because you see them often like hopping and running. But like when you just see them like casually strolling, it's so fucking cute. And then what was I gonna say? Oh, I was gonna say I hate that they sound like birds though. Like what kind of noise is that?
Oh yeah, no, that trips me out too. Like, can you get your own sound? There's like a big tree outside my window where like my bird feeders are and stuff, and I have to make sure that squirrels aren't getting into the bird seed. This is the life that I lead now. And I'll hear them. I'll go out there and scare my squirrels away because they have their little screechy bird sounds. And I'm like, no, I'm not falling for this.
And they just stand there. They stand there on like on a wire or something or a branch, and they just stare in the distance and just fucking make the sound.
Yeah, they don't have a lot going on, I feel like. They're just, they know they're at the bottom of the food chain. They're like, listen, we know that we're here for a good time and not a long time. Like, they're just here to sing their song until they get swooped up by a hawk.
I'm crying.
Oh, fuck. Oh, I'm so glad that you came. I hope that you have a good dinner.
Bye, Joan.
I had to leave the theater at that scene. Okay, then it must have been either crows or ravens. But wow, I don't actually think I saw any of the Divergent movies except for the first one. I don't even wait. Is that the series where they didn't make the last one because the two actors were like, "We're done"?
Yeah, I think so.
I feel like I heard something about that.
Yeah, I was just thinking like, was there even an Insurgent movie?
I feel like the problem was they tried to pull, like the trend is to split the books into two movies now, especially like the last book. And I feel like that's what it was. Like they tried to do a part 1 and part 2 for the last book. And the actors were like, no, like we didn't sign up for this many movies. I could just be fabricating this, but I feel like it was something along those lines.
Yeah, I think I've heard that vaguely too.
Exactly. How do you not know? I pick them up 5 times a day and I hear them all night and day. Exactly. Yes. Okay.
Oh, they're guinea pigs. I thought they meant like pigs.
Oh, actual pigs.
Yeah.
That would be very impressive if they were just like picking up. That's the whole weightlifting regimen is just lifting pigs all day.
5 times a day.
That made me immediately think of the Gaston song. Now that I'm grown, I eat 5 dozen eggs.
Oh my god, yes.
This is really my scatterbrain right now.
No, that's how mine works too.
Are you reading any cool horror? Jack-o'-lantern emoji.
Not
you just read. Is that the one that you just finished was horror, right? Or is it YA?
I mean, it's YA, but it's YA horror. The Weight of Blood. Yeah, that's pretty much the last horror book I read. Yeah. I mean, I read We Can Never Leave This Place by Eric LaRocca recently. That one was fucked. Speaking of rats.
Oh, no.
It had rats, cockroaches, pregnancy, snake. No, yeah, it was a snake, spiders, all that shit in one
Yeah,
big
that
scene.
is
It was a whole shit show of a scene.
all
So
the no-no list for Jan right there.
I gave it 5 stars.
I was gonna say, were you horrified?
Yeah, because I was expecting it, and like people warned me about the rat scene, so I was like, okay, I'm going into this.
Yeah,
with
you
that
knew.
mindset. But like, let's say I was reading a fucking contemporary romance, I'm not expecting
no.
rats. Okay,
Yeah, no way.
that would deduct a star if it was any other genre.
Only the second Gillian?
Oh, I say
Yeah.
Gillian. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
I thought you read. I know you read Sharp Objects, and now you're reading Dark Places. I thought you read Gone Girl too. But I don't know.
I thought that was all in the same series. This shows what I know.
They're standalones.
You learn something new. I feel like I know people who live like squirrels here for a good time, not a long time. Yes.
Yeah.
One of my best friends from college, that was like her catchphrase.
God, that was like everyone's college catchphrase.
Exactly. It's like I just read this in her voice. Like it makes me think of her.
Oh, God. I tried it out once. I said it out loud and it felt so wrong. I was like, this is not mine. This is not my catchphrase.
Not for me. I was really impressed by Joan's physical strength. There's little pigs. Yeah. No, little guinea pigs. Little potato-sized pigs.
Aww.
If you'd finally read the Poppy War, you would know all about the pig lifting program. Oh my gosh. It's gonna happen. I still have the audiobook for like another week. So I have a countdown. I am gonna finally get to it. But yes.
It's on your October TBR?
It's on yours too?
No, it's on yours?
No, it was on my September TBR and I didn't read it. So now it's just a carryover / I don't want to waste my library loan. So it's gonna have to happen.
That's me with Babel. It was in my September one, but now I finally got my hold for the audio. And I think I'm gonna need the audio because I'm too dumb for that book.
I've started to see mixed reviews about it being more, I don't know, not pretentious, but just like confusing, kind of like dense. And now I'm like, I don't know. It's Harvard?
She went to Harvard.
Oh, yeah. No, I know it's like very smart. I'm very excited. But I've started to see other reviews being like, it was so much.
Oh, God. Yeah, I'm just like scared to start it because I want to start it when I'm like sat down at like in my proper position with like all my annotating supplies in line, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't just open it on a whim. I have to be prepared. It's a ritual.
I respect the ritual.
So.
I know. I saw that you posted your TBR today. I have yet to watch it. It was like the TBR day. I feel like everyone posted it today or yesterday.
Oh, really? I saw a bunch on the 1st. I never posted on the 1st.
I never do either. I always think I'm going to, and then I end up a few days late.
I don't understand people who posted on like the 25th, especially wrap-ups. Like, I'm like, you could read one more book.
Well, you could squeeze a couple more in. Exactly. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Haunted House with a Twist.
Why didn't we just talk about, is this T. Kingfisher? This is T. Kingfisher.
I feel like the only haunted house book I've read is Almost Said My Body and Other Parties in the Dream House, which is like not even a haunted house.
Not even haunted.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, it just like is her actual story framed in a haunted house. Mm-hmm. But I feel like I haven't read any actual like haunted house stories.
The Haunting of Ashburn House is really good. Home Before Dark is really good. Horrid. Do you read YA?
Sometimes, especially like YA horror and thrillers. I feel like I'm less intimidated by.
That makes sense. Yeah, Horrid is really good. House of Hollow is really good. That's not a haunted house though. That was just a good YA horror-ish. So look into it.
This is all on the same level for you though, I feel.
This is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Andy is clearly new here for me, for the Jan world, because yes, pregnancy is like my biggest fear. It is my biggest fear.
But that's up there with the rats and roaches for you.
I can't hear the word pregnancy. I can't do any of that too many times in a row, or I start physically cramping. Like
Oh my God.
my uterus fucking aches. Like a couple more times and it's gonna get there. But and I take my birth control 7:30 on the dot every day. Yeah, it's terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Don't want kids, so. And I hate birthing scenes in books. I unsubscribe from people who get pregnant. Like I can't look at it like that. I can't. And then they post their, like, no tea, no shade to anyone in this chat if you have ever done this. But like when they post like their 4D fucking ultrasound, yo, I throw up. I can't.
Gotta protect yourself, I guess.
Yeah, so yeah, you have to be a really good friend for me to stay following. If you get pregnant. If you get pregnant, Noelle, I'd still follow you.
I thank you, I think. But it's really not in the plans. So I've heard that this is a thing in Peru, but I don't know if I could bring myself to do it, knowing that I've like had them as pets before.
Oh no, you've eaten? The weirdest thing I've eaten was a frog leg, but then I couldn't even like fully eat it. I had to spit it out because I thought of little Kermit hopping around. I couldn't do it. It tasted like chicken, like people say.
Oh, it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
It does. Same with escargot. I've eaten a bunch of weird stuff, but I've since gone like, I'm like mostly vegetarian, pescatarian. I don't know. I rarely put a label on it because sometimes I eat meat and sometimes I just want a piece of bacon. But I feel like other people want me to label it. Like if I go to someone's house for dinner, they're like, "Oh, can you eat any of this?" And I'm like, I mean, I'll eat what I want to eat. Like, don't stress about what I'm gonna eat, you know. But that's something I've noticed is people want me to label the way that I eat when it's like, I just don't eat a lot of meat. The one thing that I will not eat though anymore is chicken because I just think about little chickens walking around. I can't do it. Sometimes I'll still have a burger or a piece of bacon. I'm totally fine with fish, but chicken is like absolutely, I can't do it.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
I gave up red meat for a full year, so all I ate was chicken and fish. So
I know it's better for you than red meat, but it is the one that I just like. It really wigs me out. I just can't do it.
Fair.
T. Kingfisher. Nailed it.
Nettle and Bone is my next book club pick.
Now on my TBR. Nettle and Bone, is that's also T. Kingfisher?
Yeah, I've never read T. Kingfisher, so I'm excited. But I heard there's a birthing scene in there, so.
Oh.
No. Yeah, Darian was like, you could skip it. And I was like, or I could read it for the vlog.
Do it for the content.
Exactly.
There is vultures in it. Vultures are also so cool. I sometimes, I mean, I'm debating adding like a vulture to my bird tattoo collection or other like large birds. But there's like a family of vultures on my street that sometimes will perch in the early morning at this one particularly tall tree, and they look so funky. They'll just like sit up there with their wings like this. And the first time I saw it, I like literally pulled over and took a picture because I was like, what is that bird doing? Like, is this the end times? What is happening? Like, why is this bird up on the tippy top of the tree with its wings half out? And I Googled it, and vultures just do that when they're cold. And in the early morning, they like do this to get sun on their wings. And I was like, that is the most wholesome thing for like a big scary bird that eats dead things. They're like, I'm a little chilly. Let me get some sunshine on these feathers. It truly cracks me up. And so every time I see vultures perched in trees, I'm like, oh, they're just getting some sunshine.
They're just sunbathing. I'm crying.
Oh, I love them.
That's funny. You should read Wild as the Witch.
Why? What is it?
It revolves, so it's witchy, and you like witchy.
I do.
But it revolves around this owl that this in the Pacific Northwest that this girl accidentally curses. And so they're trying to find this owl because of reasons to prevent things. And yeah, it's really fast. I just finished it. It was my best book of September.
Oh my god. It's called Wild as the Witch?
It's the same author as The Nature of Witches.
Oh, perfect. Adding to TBR. Like an owl? I'm there. I'm there. Let me turn these lights on.
Oh, I read Sorrowland. The next comment. Sorry, I moved on. I read Sorrowland. It wasn't that bad. It was gross, though. Jesse made me read it. And I was like, really?
Does like knowing that there's those scenes in there help to prepare you?
I didn't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
you just encountered it.
Not for Sorrowland. But it was good.
One of my favorite tropes in horror. No kids for me either.
Yeah, creepy kids and singing in horror. And creepy kids that sing and smile.
No thanks. No
Smile
thanks.
at like creepy. There's this new movie coming out called Smile, and I refuse to watch it. I don't care. I'm not gonna watch it because like all they do is creepily smile into the camera.
Oh, no thanks.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds very like artistic, but I'm gonna have to pass.
Artistic. Raw chicken. Yeah, that's how Joey feels about raw chicken.
No, I can't do it.
I don't cook meat in general. I don't cook, so can't relate.
I will cook, but I don't cook a lot of meat. Even fish, I'll like order fish at like a restaurant, but I rarely will cook fish at home even. Because I just don't like to handle it. Like would rather not.
Yeah.
You would like the vultures in A House with Good Bones. You guys are giving me the Rex today. Writing it down. Good bones. Wow. I can't believe it's already been over an hour. I feel like it just flew right by. I only drank half my glass of wine.
It was very much a happy hour.
Having a party. Spooky hour. How's the job going, by the way? This will be our home run.
It's great. It's a good job. No, like my boss is like super understanding, and my graphic designer is really cool. She's like this old lady who is just so cynical and freaking hilarious. And like I share an office with her, so we like face each other. And yeah, it's a good time. I mean, I just pretty much do what I do every day for my stuff. So
love it.
Today I proofread a newsletter. Yeah, I don't know how I fill my 8 hours half the day. Like, I don't.
That's nice though. It feels like, you know, you have like the time to do what you need to do. It's not like you're like overstressed.
Oh yeah, no. My job is the least stressful of my life. What stressful component of my life right now?
That's really nice.
The way YouTube is more stressful than fucking my 9 to 5.
Yeah. Clock your rate and hit the gate, as Wes would say.
I'm dying.
Get in and get out.
He seems like a wise man. Many wise
He
men.
has some real zingers, I will say that. He's like, you'd think he was 85 years old, all of his little wisdom and one-liners.
His one-liners. I was telling Joey the other day. No, this was not the other day. This was like a month ago. About you. Remember when I was telling you about how this one person hated when I would say dude or bro?
Yes.
And then you were like, what do you mean? I call Wes dude and bro all the time. I even throw a champ in there for good measure. So he knows his place. I died.
That is like our equivalent of like fighting is when I'm like, okay, champ. That's like the it's very low key.
I say buckaroo.
Buckaroo. Yeah. My uncle growing up he would say, hey, all you winners, like to us cousins as like little kids. Sometimes I'll throw that one out, like, hey, winners. It's a classic, an oldie but a goodie. Only half the glass? I mean, okay, maybe maybe a quarter of the glass, a third. Time flies. Yes, yes.
What the hell is happening?
Love it. Add to my collection of blocked users.
Of course, that's that person's name.
Wow.
Jason. Oh, nice.
Thank you so much for doing happy hour with me. I know it was kind of a weird day all around. Fun Wednesday.
Yes.
This was a good old time.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Our fears and our horror reads, and
It was perfect.
really fits the spooky energy. Do you have anything upcoming that you would like to plug for the people, or currently in progress?
Stabathon's happening till the 9th. My Weight of Blood live show is at 7 Central on the 9th with Deja. I'm doing Booktober. She said hopefully, because I haven't edited tomorrow's video yet. But you know, we're gonna roll with it. Yeah, that's it. I think I'm gonna be on a Vampathon live show.
Ooh.
And yeah, I think that's it for now, for this month at least.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
I love it.
Wait, do you know what you're gonna be for Halloween?
I'm kind of a Halloween Grinch. I rarely dress up for Halloween, but I don't know if we even have plans. I used to have a friend that would do like legendary Halloween parties, so I would have to have at least like one costume, but I don't know if that's happening. So
you should just be the Grinch.
Oh my god, why haven't I not thought about that?
You'd be a perfect Grinch. You have like some of the same mannerisms.
I will take that as a compliment.
No, like in the, quirky way.
In the quirky, silly, goofy way.
Sunday could be your what's the dog's
Oh my
name?
god, what is his name?
Spot?
What's the dog's name in the Grinch?
Max?
Max, yes.
No.
Oh my gosh, she would be an iconic Max. She has the same like low key, like woe is me energy. She's looking at me. I'm like, no, I'm talking about you. Oh my god. Maybe I will be the Grinch. What are you gonna be?
A vampire.
A vampire. Like every other day.
What?
Like every other day. Heyo.
Yeah, I'm just expressing it outwardly.
Put some fangs on and everything.
Yeah, I still gotta get my fangs. But yeah, I don't know. That's if I do anything. But I might also just like dress up, take a picture, look hot, and then, read all night. We'll see.
Nice. Gotta do it for the content.
No one has to know that we read all night, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thanks.
Yes, I'm very happy. Very happy to be back. Thank you. Thank you. Dressing my dog up as a doctor since he comes to the doctor's office. That is cute.
Oh my god, that's so cute. Dr.
Teddy. That is precious. Thank you to everyone who joined and hung out with us. Happy Hour will be back the first Wednesday of November, and I will be back next week for book club. Until next time, we will see you later. Love you. Bye.